Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the life and death of the Chicago Savage, King Von. King Von, a 26-year-old rapper that rose out of the trenches of Chicago, was on his way to take over the rap scene. Von was already infamous in his city. Born and raised in Chicago, he grew up in an area called Killerwood in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood before moving to Parkway Gardens, notoriously known as O Block. A low-income housing complex that was once home to Michelle Obama, but more known for being one of the deadliest blocks in Chicago and a brick fortress for the Black Disciples gang. Its nickname, O Block, a tribute to O.D. Perry, who was 20 years old when he was killed a block away from the apartments. He was allegedly killed by a 17-year-old girl named Jakira Bonds, also known as K.I., a gangster disciple who, according to legend, picked up O.D.'s gun from his body, a silver revolver, and later took a picture with it. K.I. was a young girl out for revenge. Her younger brother Taekwon was killed at 13 years old, dying in his mother's arms. Her social media name was Taekwon Assassin, and she lived up to that name. A police suspect in up to 5 shootings, including 1 murder, and on the streets, rumored to have killed up to 10 people. She was shot to death in 2014, as many as 9 bullets striking her chest, jaw, and neck. King Von and K.I. would send messages through social media, Von taunting her by flirting, K.I. knowing he wanted to kill her. Von was rumored to be one of the shooters that ended K.I.'s life. 3 months later, at the age of 19, King Von was arrested for the shooting death of 19-year-old Malcolm Stuckey and 2 counts of attempted murder. Von was at a party. As the legend goes, someone was staring at him. Von sensed something he didn't like and decided to leave with his associate Michael Wade. Returning 45 minutes later, parked in a nearby alley, Von and Michael got out of the car, walking up to the front of the house, and started firing at the 3 people sitting on the front porch. 2 tried to run, all 3 were shot, and Malcolm Stuckey later died in the hospital from a headshot. Von's associate Michael later admitting to police after arrest he was acting as muscle for Von, who came to confront someone that was eyeballing him. Michael admitted to firing 15 to 16 times at one of the victims. More than 20 shell casings recovered on the scene. Michael Wade was sentenced to 28 years in prison for aggravated assault with a firearm, receiving an additional 12 for backing out of a deal to testify against King Von. Von kept his mouth shut and was later acquitted on all charges after spending 3.5 years in the Cook County Jail. Soon after his release, Chicago rapper Lil Durk would take King Von under his wing, signing him to OTF and breaking him into the music scene after hearing the songs Von wrote while incarcerated. Von released his breakout single, Crazy Story, in 2018. His storytelling ability, a style comparable to Slick Rick's children's story, but King Von giving the demonic elements that make Chicago Chirac and his single a hit. FBG Duck was one of O Block's biggest rivals, a gangster disciple from 63rd and St. Lawrence, an area only 3 minutes away from O Block. Duck was one of the few gangster disciples that was making his way into the music scene while being blackballed by the industry that favored the superstar Black disciple rappers such as Chief Keef and Lil Durk. He carried the name in memory of Tooka, also known as Sean Dale Gregory, a 15-year-old gangster disciple that was gunned down at a bus stop whose name became synonymous with weed by Chief Keef lyrics. In Chirac, gangs diss dead rivals by referring to them as weed and smoking them. Von would consistently taunt Duck, dissing Tooka in damn near every song and interview he did. He'd repeat in his lyrics he's not from 63rd, disrespecting Duck's block and the location of where Tooka died at the bus stop on 63rd in St. Lawrence. In 2017, Duck's brother FBG Brick and his cousin Kobe Mack were both gunned down on St. Lawrence. Brick laid out in the front lawn after a headshot with a rifle. Kobe dead in the back of the building. Duck's mother can be heard on video screaming over the loss of her son. O Block was rumored to be behind the double murder. Von took pride in his hood, a custom icebox O Block pendant and chain hanging from his neck. He'd gift O Block members similar O Block chains, rumors speculating he only iced out those that earned it. Murders back to back, shaking the city of Chicago as a 22-year-old Gangsta Disciple member and FBG Duck affiliate by the name of DeAndre Wallace, also known as Can't Get Right, was killed on camera at a gas station along with an innocent bystander in 2018. 4 months later, Von dropped a song with THF Bezu titled Beat That Body. Both rappers previously acquitted of murder charges. Von's lyrics saying King Von take Duke on a hit, he like King Kong, referring to O Block Duke, one of the rumored killers of Can't Get Right and a top O Block shooter. The same month Von dropped that song, FBG Wooski, another Duck affiliate, was shot in the head outside of a funeral. He survived but would take months to recover. Von laughing on Instagram Live, reacting to comments about Wooski.
What the fuck? This man talk shit to me every day. This man DM me no more than his ass a bitch. Them bullets be changing the motherfucker out, man.
October 5th, 2020, FBG Duck was gunned down in the Gold Coast of Chicago, a high-end shopping district, as he was buying presents for his son's birthday. Broad day, gunfire thundering. His mom saying Duck was shot over 20 times. Video of him struggling to move as he lay bleeding on the floor was spread all throughout social media. He'd survive on the way to the hospital, survived the first surgery, and died during the second. King Von was handing chains out to his members, flying them all down to Atlanta, leaving many to speculate O Block was behind the FBG Duck hit. Claiming they won the war, O Block members and affiliates celebrated on social media, video after video saying they're smoking Duck, disrespecting him after his death. Von dropped a TikTok video with the lyrics saying, "He got shot, he didn't die, sight, you know he died," referring to how Duck was alleged to have survived the shooting as first reported. Von would go on to keep dissing Duck, tweeting they'd squash the beef before his death, even taunting the remaining FBG members, saying they collabed on a song and asking if he should drop it. Duck's mother clearing up the rumors and addressing it as blatant disrespect for the dead. 3 months later, November 6, 2020, King Von was shot and killed in Atlanta. Von was celebrating his Welcome to O Block album release party and the birthday of Boss Top, an O Block member. After leaving the club, they go to the Monaco Hookah Lounge. At 3:30 a.m., two men approach their group in the parking lot. A verbal altercation quickly turning physical as Von can be seen on camera beating the shit out of somebody, allegedly Georgia rapper Quando Rondo or a member of his entourage. As the fight continues, a man in a black shirt with a gray hoodie under it is seen coming around the white SUV firing a handgun, the bullet striking and dropping King Von. As Von falls in the street with another man on top of him, which looked like they were struggling as the man attempted to take Von's O Block chain, another man fires at the shooter that shot Von. Von's killer jumping and spinning as his body reacts to the bullet before he hits the ground. The man trying to take Von's chain is trying to get away, but Von wouldn't let go of him. Von lifting off the ground as the man tried to run. It looked as if Von physically had no control over his lower body. He had no strength. He could only hold on to the man with his hands as one of Von's people runs up hitting the man, dropping him to the floor before he runs off. Von's killer then gets up limping off camera as the white SUV backs up and speeds off. Von being dragged by his group as a black car approaches and they placed him inside of the car, taking him to the hospital. All of this took place in front of an off-duty police officer who was providing security to the venue and whose blue lights can be seen behind the white SUV on camera. Also, another on-duty police officer, both of them confronting the shooters as a gunfight erupted. King Von died at the hospital. O Block Louie and O Block Slutty died on the scene. 3 others were transported to a hospital, 2 with gunshot wounds and 1 that was hit by a car after the shooting. Quando Rondo briefly went live, arriving at the hospital as him and his group carried a man into the hospital saying he'd been shot.
Keep breathing, bit, bro. Come on. Just keep breathing, cuz. Hold on, you can't move him that fast.
You got it.
Bro.
My fault.
Yeah.
Ma'am, he's shot. What you mean wrong side? Come on. Come on, please. Come on. All right.
Okay.
Get him a wheelchair.
The internet quickly identified the shooter as a man seen previously on Quando Rondo's Instagram story and on the story of Quando Rondo's cameraman story as T Black. The cameraman addressing the video saying he had nothing to do with the shooting and he is not the man seen in gray. He wasn't present at the time. T Black can be seen with Quando Rondo wearing the exact same black shirt, gray hoodie, and black and white sneakers that is seen on camera. It's believed T Black is who Quando Rondo brought to the hospital, and as seen on camera, Von's killer was shot right after shooting Von. Quando Rondo has ties to Baton Rouge rapper NBA Youngboy, who King Von denied having beef with recently, but Von had also made videos saying Youngboy isn't who he portrays to be. King Von had also been seen in pictures with NBA Youngboy's baby mother, which only added fuel to the fire, meaning this whole altercation can be linked to a personal issue between NBA Youngboy and Von if the rumors are true, which resulted in Quando Rondo pressing the issue on behalf of Youngboy. Immediately after Von's death was confirmed, 600 Breezy, another Chicago rapper and Black Disciple member, took to Instagram showing he was driving 150 miles per hour, then showing his location in Baton Rouge and posting he's 4KTK. Youngboy's groupie in 4KT and the extra K to emphasize Breezy wants to kill shit in retaliation for Von. The Gangsta Disciples back in Chicago dropping post after post dissing Von, much of what they received when FBG Duck was killed. At this point, no arrests have been made. His killer hasn't been confirmed, 2 people were detained on the scene, and from the looks of it, the deadly cycle of murder and retaliation will continue. Back in October, Von tweeted, "When I die, I'ma find Tooka ass and I'ma beat him up." Rest in peace to all those that lost their lives, and pray for those that are about to. Now, after researching this video, I honestly don't have too much to say, aside from what I already said. Pray for those that are about to die, because that's what's about to happen. There's gonna be a lot of retaliation. The cycle will continue. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your feelings. Watch your feelings, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, it becomes your lifestyle. Watch your lifestyle, it controls your destiny. Or in this case, it controls your death. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. Till next time.